Hello, you're watching the English News Bulletin on QPVN channel. I'm Cho Nguyen, and now let me keep you up to date with the headlines. Prime Minister MINH holds vibrant activities on BRICS summit sidelines. Vietnam and Laos strengthen solidarity and comprehensive cooperation. Vietnam and Mexico bolster locality-to-locality cooperation. On July the 7th, local time, on the sidelines of the BRICS summit in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Prime Minister MINH held bilateral meetings with Chinese Premier Li Jiang, Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto, and Uruguayan President Yamandu Orsi. At the meeting with Chinese Premier Li Jiang, Prime Minister MINH emphasized that the party and state of Vietnam highly valued the diverse and substantive outcomes of recent high-level exchanges, which have helped advance the relationship between the two parties and states. Both sides agreed to effectively implement the high-level common perceptions reached during recent bilateral engagements and to continue advancing the Vietnam-China Comprehensive Strategic Cooperative Partnership based on the 6 major orientations. The Chinese premier praised the positive momentum in bilateral ties and affirmed that China would continue working closely with Vietnam to translate top-level common perceptions into concrete outcomes. He stressed China's willingness to fast-track strategic connectivity with Vietnam, including infrastructure cooperation, such as standard gauge rail links between the two countries. At the meeting with President of Indonesia, Subianto, Prime Minister MINH proposed the two countries jointly develop an action plan to implement the comprehensive strategic partnership for the 2025-2030 period, while promoting cooperation in economy, trade, investment, agriculture, and emerging sectors such as digital economy, green transition, and energy. Both sides agreed to accelerate negotiations and signing of a rice trade agreement aimed at ensuring stable, long-term rice exports and supporting Indonesia's food security. They voiced support for greater market access for each other's goods. At the meeting with President of Uruguay, Yamandu Orsi, Prime Minister MINH proposed the two sides soon negotiate and sign agreements on investment promotion and protection, visa exemption for ordinary passport holders, and cooperation in science and technology, innovation, and digital transformation. He also suggested strengthening agricultural cooperation, opening markets for each other's agricultural products, and standing ready to send businesses to invest, produce, and process agricultural products that Vietnam has strength in Uruguay for local consumption and export to neighboring markets. The President of Uruguay agreed with Prime Minister Chinh's proposal to soon negotiate and complete the Vietnam-Mercosur Free Trade Agreement in the second half of 2025, which will bring benefits to people and businesses of both sides. On the morning of July the 8th, General Phan Van Giang, Minister of National Defense, chaired conferences approving the preparations for the Party Congress of the National Defense Academy and the Government Cipher Committee for the 2025-2030 tenure. General Phan Van Giang required the National Defense Academy's Party Committee to be well prepared in all aspects to successfully organize the Party Congress for the 2025-2030 tenure, comprehensively innovate in-depth and strategic scope, while further improving the quality of scientific research. The draft documents need to be thoroughly built based on the resolutions in the 4 pillars, identify breakthroughs to build a regular, advanced, and exemplary academy, becoming a smart academy, pioneering in digital training, and serving as a leading center for education training, scientific research, and international cooperation of the military and the country. Approving the preparation work of the Party Congress of the Government Cipher Committee, General Phan Van Giang requested that the draft documents need to identify breakthroughs in perfecting institutions and policies, improving the efficiency of state management of cryptography, building a highly skilled, streamlined, and strong cryptographic force, promoting the development of science, technology, and a specialized cryptographic service ecosystem, resolutely boosting digital transformation and comprehensive modernization of the Vietnamese cryptographic sector. Also, on the morning of July the 8th, the Vietnamese Ministry of National Defense and the Laos Ministry of National Defense held a conference to hand over the construction works of Pha Đen Village Cluster, Mường Quân District, Hủa Phan Province, and Nậm Hằng Village Cluster, Sầm Phan District, Phong Sa Ly Province of Laos. Attending the event were General Nguyễn Tân Cương, Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army, Deputy Defense Minister of Vietnam, and CHINH Lieutenant General Vong Kham Phomakon, Deputy Minister of National Defense of Laos. Pha Đen Village Cluster, Mường Quân District, Hủa Phan Province, and Nậm Hằng Village Cluster, Sầm Phan District, Phong Sa Ly Province, are located in mountainous areas with many economic difficulties. Building essential infrastructure aims at contributing to economic development, improving the material and spiritual life of the people, building a shared borderline that is politically stable, firm in national defense and security, becoming a solid strategic rear of the two countries. General Nguyễn Tân Cương affirmed that building of village clusters deeply demonstrates and further strengthens the special solidarity and comprehensive cooperation between Vietnam and Laos. He voiced his belief that the works will be fully utilized, creating conditions to help local people develop their social economy, improve their lives in all aspects, thus contributing to consolidating the grassroots level political system, as well as security and political assurance. In preparation for the 80th anniversary of the August Revolution and National Day, September the 2nd, military units participating in the parade are training tirelessly. For them, every step, every movement carries deep national pride. Sweat soaks their uniforms. It stings their eyes. Yet the formation keep marching, undeterred. Despite the intensity, instructors and commanding officers are constantly beside them, adjusting, correcting, and guiding each individual, each row, and each formation with precision. We maintain various formations, column and diagonal line, so that troops stay aligned. This builds coordination within each group, and once uniformity is achieved, the entire formation moves in sync. Our leadership remains focused on building strong political will and determination. We train to transform pressure into motivation, ensuring that our chemical troops march with discipline, precision, and pride. Under the scorching sun, the soldiers' hardships are eased by a cool breeze and support from civilians. It's in these moments of solidarity that they find new strength, marching forwards with unwavering resolve toward a celebration of national spirit. Coming up next, Vietnam and Mexico bolster locality-to-locality cooperation. Vietnam's visa policy helps attract international visitors. Recently, a delegation of the Vietnamese embassy in Mexico, led by Ambassador Nguyễn Văn Hải, paid a working visit to the city of Taxco de Alarcon in Guerrero State, aiming at locality-to-locality cooperation across various sectors, especially in trade, culture, and tourism. Meeting with the mayor of Taxco City, Juan Andre Vega Garanza, and local authorities, the Vietnamese ambassador to Mexico affirmed his willingness to serve as a bridge for cooperation by promoting initiatives such as artisan exchanges, trade fairs, and thematic workshops. He underscored that with the engagement of both countries' business communities, there is strong potential for trade and investment in handicrafted jewelry, cultural and artistic products, precious metals, and creative tourism services. On this occasion, the ambassador also proposed establishing a regular and direct communication channel between Tactical Cities Administration and the Vietnamese Embassy to support practical and long-term cooperation initiatives. Mayor Vega Garanza expressed his strong desire to deepen friendly and substantive ties with Vietnam, particularly in areas of mutual strength. The mayor praised Vietnam's dynamic development and rising global position, stressing that Hai's visit marked an important step in fostering mutual understanding and expanding cooperation between Taxco and Vietnamese localities. Earlier the same day, at the Teaching Center for Foreigners in Taxco City, the Vietnamese Embassy in Mexico coordinated with the Taxco City Journalist and Writers Club and local authorities to organize a seminar, Vietnam Towards a New Era of Development, to introduce the socio-economic development potential, foreign policy, and cooperation opportunities of Vietnam to Mexican partners. In the first 6 months of 2025, Vietnam's tourism sector recorded impressive growth, welcoming nearly 10.7 million international arrivals, an increase of over 20.7% compared to the same period last year. This figure not only reflects a strong post-COVID-19 recovery, but also highlights Vietnam's growing appeal on the global tourism map. At the government meeting in early July 2025, the Prime Minister emphasized that tourism was among the 10 most outstanding highlights of the economy in the first half of the year. In June 2025 alone, Vietnam welcomed nearly 1.5 million international visitors, maintaining steady growth despite ongoing global tourism challenges. A key factor behind the success is the country's comprehensive visa reform, more flexible, attractive, and convenient, making it easier than ever for international travelers to Vietnam. Vietnam's visa policy is now fully open and flexible, with e-visas valid for up to 90 days. According to our data, international arrivals have increased significantly, clearly reflecting the post-COVID-19 recovery. Vietnam's flexible and open visa policy not only helps attract more international visitors, but also builds trust and enhances the country's image as a friendly, modern, and accessible destination. In addition to streamlining visa procedures, Vietnam is also accelerating tourism promotion efforts in key markets such as Northeast Asia, Europe, the US, Australia, and India, aiming to attract high-spending travelers and long-term stays. Located in the southern part of Khánh Hòa province, Vĩnh Hy Bay lies within Núi Chúa National Park in Vĩnh Hải Commune. This destination has become increasingly popular with tourists during the summer season thanks to its untouched natural beauty, tranquil atmosphere, and a wide range of exciting tourism activities. From above, Vĩnh Hy Bay looks like a painting surrounded by green mountains and clear blue water. Boats move across the bay, leaving wide waves behind. From boats, visitors can see high rock formations, Dolphin Head Cape, Turtle Islet, and local fishermen working at sea. I've been to Vĩnh Hy Bay quite a few times. The scenery here is still very untouched, with lots of beautiful spots for visitors to explore and take photos. The beach is clean, and the glass-bottom boat rides to see the coral are a really cool and new experience. Vĩnh Hy Bay is fun, the food is fresh, and the place stays clean and comfy. A great spot to relax and enjoy. From the center of Vĩnh Hy Bay, visitors can join tours organized by Núi Chúa National Park and local operators. With its pristine beauty, diverse services, and focus on sustainability, Vĩnh Hy Bay is truly a must-visit in Khánh Hòa province. And that's all for now. Remember, you can always watch the news again at QPVN.vn. Now, thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.